You've spent a small fortune getting people to your website, but they're bouncing faster than a cat seeing a cucumber. If your conversion rate is in the gutter, don't panic. I'm about to show you exactly why that is and how to fix it fast. You have to remember that no one has any attention span these days, and first impressions take only milliseconds. About 50 milliseconds to be precise, according to the latest Google research. The blink of an eye is twice as long at 100 milliseconds. The first obvious mistake is that your website just doesn't look professional. You use poor quality imagery, badly aligned, mismatching fonts, and weird color combinations. Or your product pictures look like they came straight from AliExpress. You should use clear positioning statements or taglines wherever appropriate so that your customers can make a snap judgment if they've come to the right place or not. Avoid using too many words and keep the language to primary school level. This is not meant to be demeaning or condescending, but your customers won't necessarily speak your language natively or even fluently. You want to make sure it's easy and inclusive to everyone. You must avoid the feeling of overwhelm in your visitors. If people feel overwhelmed, they'll just go straight back to Amazon and you can say goodbye to the £1 per click you paid for them. Your website needs to be easy on the eye and have all the expected elements in the right places. Thankfully, all major platforms now feature built-in free and professional looking templates that you can use immediately. All you need to do is to upload your logo and move some things around as you see fit. As always, remember that majority of your customers will shop on mobile, so prioritize that view first. Next, show that you're a real company by publishing a registered address and possibly even a phone number. There are services you can use to have a virtual office and a virtual phone number if you're not comfortable with publishing your real ones. A virtual phone number in particular is worth its weight in gold, as it will prevent nuisance calls at weird times of day and night. The second problem revolves around the product page itself. It's no longer enough to just plonk the product's name, picture and price on a website and expect it to sell. You'll need to highlight all the product's best features, but also alleviate customers' anxiety, stopping them from buying. Make sure that the product imagery is consistent, shows the product in a favorable light, try to include as many lifestyle shots as you can, and explain the interesting product features on infographic style imagery. Depending on the product type, you might also want to display either Add to Basket button or a Buy Now button. Using the Buy Now button will probably increase the number of orders, but might work against you in terms of the average order value, as people won't browse your site to see what else is it that you offer. You should always 100% highlight any positive reviews that you already have and make them very prominent. You should cherry pick some of the best reviews and display them as static content next to the product. This will prevent the generic reviews from showing like, oh, fast shipping, great quality, great price, but doesn't really mean much nowadays. The third problem, killing your sales, is not making the important information easily accessible. People want to know if the product is in stock, how long they'll have to wait for it, what the delivery costs are, to prevent unexpected surprises at the checkout. Highlight any free delivery thresholds you might have. The fix here is simple. Simply provide all the expected information and surprise and delight customers by going above and beyond. The product page is also an excellent place to introduce your value tree. Take a look at health.com, for example. On top of the page you will see this: free UK delivery for orders above £50, 365-day returns, £20 of orders over £100, code January 20, I'm filming this in February, and in the side cart you'll see £50 for free shipping, £75 gift 1, £150 gift 2. For gifts, in this case there are drinks and chocolate. Hey, I wouldn't mind one of those. As for getting a free chocolate or a drink, I should be able to get a lot of those for £75, but it's a nice way for them to sweeten the deal and make me feel like I got a bargain. Fourth problem working against you can be negative word of mouth. If you have average or bad reviews on Trustpilot or other sites, you'll find it tricky to shift your products. No amount of sugarcoating on your website will convince the customer otherwise. This is something you need to get ahead of, and don't let it build up to a meaningful problem. You might not even realize that you actually have a Trustpilot listing full of bad reviews. You should go and claim your store name on Trustpilot now. If you don't, someone else will do that and start posting bad things about you. This is especially important for higher ticket purchases. It's really crucial to build up a good review base on trusted websites. You will want to use email automations for that and remind your customers to review you on the day or after a few days of receiving their purchase. Doing that on the day of delivery or immediately after will still keep the customer in a happy mood. Do it too late and the customer will have forgotten all about you. The fifth problem is pricing. You should do the homework to make sure that your offer is competitive. If you advertise your products on Facebook, say, your customers would still be able to go to Google Shopping and compare similar products and their prices. While it doesn't always make a huge difference for lower priced products, each time a customer is faced with a larger bill, like buying many products at the same time, it increases the chances that they'll keep looking for a better deal. Some customers are more price sensitive than others, but you might want to send them away on purpose. People who are only focused on the price they pay tend to be more work for the customer service team, tend to be more picky and find more problems with your products. They often have unreasonable expectations. If you ever tried to sell a car privately, you'll know exactly what I mean. Once you've addressed all these issues, you might think your work here is done, but it can't be further away from the truth. In the next video, we'll talk about how to reduce your cart abandonment rate. Meanwhile, if you fancy a chat with me, feel free to book a call using a link in the description below. Until the next one.